This is Matt from the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, and when you're done listening to this episode of Blind Tag, make the hot tag and check out the Shining Wizards Wrestling Podcast, shiningwizards.com, available on iTunes, Stitcher, Geek Life Radio, Audio Boom, and more.
Hey, this is King Firehawk from 1640 PWPR. Coming up, the Blind Tag Podcast, which is exclusive here to 1640 PWPR, the home of pro wrestling podcast radio and more.
Hello out there in the podcast world. I'm Big Dick Gideon, and you've reached the Blind Tag. With me, as always, is Dante.
Hi.
And Kryim.
That's me.
Of the Fallen Angels. Welcome back to the show.
The show! We are on the show. We're live!
We're super excited about it.
Well, we're live right now, but you're going to be here as recorded.
So. We're live as we're doing it.
We're alive. That's what I meant. Like, we're live.
We're living.
But we will be live, hopefully, by the end of the month.
Yeah, we're working on that.
That's what we're
Actually, yes. I would like... do we know what our spot time is on Thursdays?
I don't know. I will
No idea.
check. I will check on that for 1640.
Yeah.
Okay, because if we can go live for our spot,
That's something I will talk with Pat about.
Yeah, talk with Mr. Crowley. I don't know the words. All right. So we're going to start off with a little bit of Raw. It's currently, as we're doing this, still going on, but there's a couple things we do want to talk about.
Yeah, first, the booking tonight is extremely odd.
It's weird. It's like they sort of just threw a show together. Like, they didn't really... There's not a lot of thought behind it.
Like an indie show.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get shows like that. I mean, you got to figure they got to write 300, basically for a rotating yearly schedule.
Yeah. No, look, I
that
get
doesn't
it.
Stop.
That
I mean, like,
they don't have a... Yeah.
They don't have breaks.
There's no such thing as a break.
But what was the one we were just watching? It was Lucha Dragons versus Barrett and
that was a very good
It was a good match, but it was a very odd pairing.
Well, they needed to...
Considering you've got a Brit and a Mick in the ring together, and, they usually don't get along.
Because Lucha Dragons are getting the push, and I wouldn't be surprised if they put the straps on them over the neck.
Good?
Yeah, they're starting to get... They got a vignette and everything.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah?
I was just watching the way they were moving and just... The aerials and acrobatics.
They're ready.
They're amazing.
Yeah, they're ready. They'll probably... I don't know... They'll get a shot at the title. I don't know if they get over on the New Day.
They make the El Luchadors look pretty...
lame. Yeah.
Amateur.
Yeah.
The what?
The Luchadors, the El Matadors.
El Matador. Sorry, Tito. We didn't mean that.
Our bad. Our bad.
Sorry, that was Tito.
Well, here's the thing.
Matador.
Okay, here's the thing about the Matadors. It's the colognes, the Primo and Epico cologne, and they've even said during Carlos Colon's Hall of Fame introduction that they're just kind of used as filler. They got nothing else to do. Send in the cologne.
We know what that's like.
And here's the thing.
The Fallen Angels got nothing to do. Let's put them in as filler. Yeah, we're cool.
They have
it's
all
good.
the talent that you could. I mean, like they have great talent. Okay. Not exactly. I'm not. You don't really see them on the. I never saw them on the mic, and I don't know exactly how their charisma is, but they have great talent.
Yeah.
And they got a shitty fucking gimmick.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, bad. I mean, why don't they? It was almost as racist as fucking calling them the Mexicals and having them coming out as a fucking.
Well, hold on. You always told me midgets are over. Okay.
Midgets are over, and they will get you over. Okay, you got to think about this. Imagine how bad off the Matadors would be if they didn't have the fucking midget.
Yep.
I want you to think about that. How much would you not care about the Matadors if they didn't have the fucking midget?
I don't care about them now. Which
the midget is
not
what
fair.
helps make them over.
But yeah, let's get back to Lucha Dragons real quick. They're getting the push. They're getting vignettes, and they're looking good in the ring. And they had to get a good match in against two other guys who are not currently in the running for the titles. A and B they had to be heels.
Yeah.
So that Barrett and fucking Sheamus. So,
perfect because the two big guys against two smaller framed individuals.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Big win.
I think that's a good booking.
Yeah. It was weird, but it worked. But the other types of bookings that we've been like, what do we have? We had.
Speaking of midgets, by the way, where the fuck is Hornswoggle been? I mean,
he's still on the roster.
Yeah.
I think he's still on SmackDown right now. I was watching a little SmackDown last week, but I don't remember much of it. So it's shows you how much I cared.
But I do want to talk about what else we got. We got the odd booking. Yeah. Okay. So
there's two comments that we need to make about tonight's commentary.
Okay. So the first one.
Yeah, the first one was
Michael Cole.
Okay.
To Byran Saxtan. Now, if I'm not mistaken, who was coming out? Fucking Prince Pretty, right?
With the selfies.
Or actually,
Tyler was leaving the ring.
That's right. Tyler was leaving.
Leaving the ring after the match.
Tyler was leaving the ring, and then Byron said something. What did he say?
I don't know.
Byron said something, and literally Michael Cole just turned to him and said, "No one likes you, Byron." That was it.
That was it.
That was just cold. Stop. Over the mic, loud. Just no one likes you, Byron.
Ow, man, dude.
Yeah, it was fucking harsh.
And the other one that was something that JBL just said, which was Namaste.
Oh my God.
Namaste means hi in Punjabi. Like, no, it does not.
This is why other countries hate us.
Here's a little.
It means how y'all doing.
No. What it really means is my soul recognizes your soul.
Yeah.
It is a type of greeting, but it is not a, hey, how are you? It's not a aloha. It's not,
It's like, what's up? It's no.
It's not a sup.
Yeah. This is why JBL is not a diplomat.
There's two things that JBL says repeatedly.
Maggle,
and I love it.
Yeah, Maggle. Now, that's not Michael. Maggle is different. Maggle is Maggle. Okay?
Maggle. I love it, Maggle.
Maggle. All right? But anyway.
That sums up JBL's commentary in a nutshell. And then if you have Booker T on there, it's Maggle. I love it. Shucky ducky. And then things just get really derailed.
Yeah. Oh, about the football game yesterday. We were watching the Giants play the Saints. And what a fucking great game. Sorry, dude. Sorry.
You're not sorry. You're not sorry. I mean,
who dat?
All right.
Who dat? Yeah, anyway. But let's get to another commentary issue, which was apparently
Daryl Johnston.
Oh my God.
The way he was dressed, it's like you were asking, did he get
dressed in the dark? He would. Let me explain this, okay? This man, number one, he's a grown man, okay? Grown man, and he comes in wearing a dark suit with white stripes going down and across. Okay,
so he looks like Gingham. He looks like a picnic table.
It's definitely a plaid.
Yeah,
a big plaid.
Yeah, and then he's got a blue and dark striped tie, and then he had a small, tiny polka dotted white shirt
with blue dots on it.
Yeah,
and suddenly birds.
Sorry, that's my phone.
It's suddenly birds.
That's reminding me.
So I don't know. Did he piss off his wife? Did he let his 2-year-old pick out his clothes? But whoever's on that network needs to have a talk with wardrobe and be like, "What is happening?" Okay.
Yeah, why did this happen?
Did he just fall? Did he fall into wardrobe and then came out and then that's what he wore for the day? Or
is that what he showed up in?
This tells me he has no friends.
Did he lose a bet?
Yeah, this tells me he has no friends. Because if I'm his friend, I'd be like, go home and find real clothes and come back to work. Okay?
I mean, each piece of his suit would have been nice individually.
Yeah.
I mean, he does have to look at himself, right? I mean,
Yeah, he has a mirror in his house.
I hope so. Or, because, like, he has to...
Or in his office, right?
Because here's the thing, okay? Even if they wanted to fuck with him and say, okay, well, we're going to just put him in this because he looks like a big bucket of shit.
Yeah.
He has to go, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like, does he not give a shit what he looks like? Or did he just really think he looked great?
Walking around like a Crayola box threw up on him.
Maybe he's severely... like colorblind, and it was just all grazed to him.
No,
I don't know.
Okay, if you're not married, you have friends. Okay? Somebody's got to come up to you and be like, go home.
I'm going to get real. I'm going to get real right now.
Yeah.
I'm severely colorblind.
Yeah.
That looked like shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, to anybody who can hear my voice, I am very colorblind. I'm far fucked and far from home, okay? That was awful, whatever he was wearing.
It was rough. It was pretty rough. But hopefully he gets his fucking business handled because he's a grown man. And, by the time you're his age, you should really be able to dress yourself.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That's all.
You would think. You would think, yeah.
All right, so what do we got? We got...
well, I think from here on for a little while, it's going to get a little snooker heavy.
Well, let's before we get... I do have something.
I apologize.
That's okay.
Stepped ahead.
All right. Do we have on the docket about Jerry Lawler?
We will.
Do you want to talk about Lawler first?
I do want
to do that.
Let's talk about Lawler first. Okay, so apparently on Halloween, Jerry Lawler had gotten into a head-on collision. Mm-hmm. He turned out to be fine. Okay, his girlfriend got kind of banged up. Says he's got a concussion and her face is kind of swollen. While she's kind of fucked up, she's okay. I mean, it's nothing serious.
She's kind of fucked up. She's
kind of fucked up, but nothing serious.
They've actually got wow.
Yeah, if you look at we'll put up a link or something.
That's the same car you have.
Yes, it's the Chevy HHR. And
that's so cool. You had the same car as Lawler.
That he fucking totaled.
You didn't even know, but now actually looking at the damage on that car. Mm-hmm. And how they walked away with minimal...
Yeah, I feel safe in my car.
I'm so glad you bought that car, honey.
Thank you.
I'm so glad.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a mini little ambulance, but,
Yeah, it's a Chevy HHR. I mean, like, it took care of him.
Is that the girlfriend?
I guess.
I guess she's about 20. That makes about sense for Lawler.
Well, no, see, here...
because she doesn't have the beeping
That's why she got all fucked
hand.
up, because she got put in the child car seat in the back.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Well, Lawler has four wives and one anniversary.
Yeah, Lawler is like the if you've ever seen Logan's Run, where the people have like the little blinky thing on their hand when their time comes and they have to go to carousel, which means you're going to be put to death. Mm-hmm. Once his girlfriend's hit like 25, they're let go. He likes them young. Actually, wasn't it Paige who made a comment about that when she first came in? Towards Lawler about...
Fucking every girl who fucking, Lawler, if you're blonde and fucking young, you better watch yourself around Lawler. Period. That's life.
I mean, ask Miss Kitty.
Yeah. Miss Kitty was like young.
She's 21.
21 or something like that. He fucking snatched that up.
I think that was wife number 4.
Yeah, it might have been 3 or 4.
3 or 4, yeah.
When you get to your third marriage and it fails, like... What do you tell, like, A, your family, B, yourself? Like, don't you realize that maybe, what am I doing wrong?
Maybe he looks at marriage different. Maybe he looks at it like trading cards and he wants to collect them all.
This ain't Pokemon, motherfucker.
You tell him that. He's the one that's collecting them.
Jesus Christ.
But our thoughts and love go out to Lawler.
Yeah,
I'm glad that he's okay.
I gotta say this. This motherfucker's kicking out of death, okay? He got himself a heart attack. The next day he's eating bacon and fucking eggs.
That's right, laughing at death, going,
and now he just beat death again in a car wreck. You know what? Maybe he's got a charm that's keeping the fucking nature away.
Wait, actually, where was Flair?
No one keeps the nature away. He just hasn't come yet.
No, I don't know.
Look at that, man.
Where were they last night? Was he hanging with the Nate last night?
Where was Nate?
Or that night?
Where was Nate during this?
Where was Flair?
Where was Flair?
Where was Flair? I'm very glad that I find that that's becoming a thing. And I don't know if we started that or other people are actually online with us about that conspiracy about Flair.
Look, all I'm saying is you don't keep the nature way. He just hasn't come for you yet. Okay?
It's like the Reaper.
Yeah. But
he's a dementor.
yes, but yeah, we hope Jerry and his girlfriend are fine. That she's resting comfortably at home, and they're both okay. It's just it looks a lot worse than it really was.
Well, she doesn't need to. She can't miss any more days of high school. So
yeah, it's bad. She gets suspended and stuff like that. But
we're gonna get a knock on the door. You know that, right?
No,
like,
we're
what the
not.
fuck, man?
Nobody's gonna bother us.
No, because there might be a time that we
There-
might get booked on a show with Lawler, and I don't want him to be like,
hey,
you guys
by
are-
the way,
Hey, by the way, be like,
Sorry.
see you out there. Like,
Look.
oh god.
If we were having like 5,000 listeners at this point and they had to tie in with WWE, that'd be one thing.
Yeah.
But we're happy if we get 200.
Yeah.
Okay, so thanks
We
to
are
all
grateful.
the people that do
Yeah.
listen to us and keep on listening and keep supporting us. And we thank you so much.
But we're about to get a little Jimmy heavy.
Yeah.
okay, let's snooka heavy. I mean, like not like we're whipping out our dicks or anything like that. That'd be weird. We're not going to be
This now we are moving into the Superfly.
Superfly. All right, go ahead.
All right. Well, as most of you probably know, Jimmy went into court today for his arraignment. He pled not guilty because he is not guilty, and the judge, thank God for Judge Kelly Branagh.
Kelly Bannock. Yeah.
Bannock. They decided that they're going to do a gag order against the media because the media has been pretty much trying Jimmy themselves, and that's not really fair, and it's really, it's not going to make a fair case. Dateline, at the request of Nancy's family, they wanted to do an expose, and they got shut down for that. Yay! Because that would have been a very bad slander piece. And I'm glad. I mean, let's just say today was a victory for Jimmy and his family.
For the bra.
And we're happy about that. Also, I got a major correction to clear up that a lot of people, don't buy what you read on the internet. I learned a really harsh lesson because I got corrected. I got corrected. I got corrected.
Corrected.
Contrary to what the boards and the media say, Jimmy Snuka was not, and I repeat, was not removed from the WWE Hall of Fame. I don't know who started it, where it came from.
Which is surprising because
according to Carol, his wife, he is still very much part of the WWE family and the
Hall of Fame.
Although they are very, not happy about the lack of support right now.
Yeah.
They're stepping away from that and that federation.
Well,
but
they are beholden to their shareholders. And anything that loses them money, they will stop. They will.
Yes, but I think it was also, if Jimmy is if they're gonna try to take people like Hogan and Jimmy out of the Hall of Fame, well then you know what, Tammy Cinch needs to be taken out too, because she's a walking embarrassment.
I'm not in disagreement, but
I'm just saying if you're gonna go after one, go after all of them. Don't just pick and choose.
You realize there would be nobody in the Hall of Fame? I mean, you want to think about it. There's some stories.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, and the thing was, it was just a very...
would be gone. There's a lot of Hall of Famers that would not be in there.
So, again, the truth is that Jimmy still is on...
The roster for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, he is still a Hall of Famer, and that was not removed. So I apologize.
It's so surprising because everybody was reporting that.
Yeah, I know, and that's
I looked down WWE.com and he wasn't on there.
I even said that to Carol, and she goes, "Don't listen to the reports. They may have taken it down for the meantime while the case is going on.
But his bust is probably still on there, or his, he's probably still officially in.
Because when I went looking for a little bit of info on his background, like some of the things I didn't know, I actually ended up on the WWE website, and they still have all his information and all the stuff that he had done to help build the WWE empire early in the 80s, and up until the mid 90s. So there you go on that.
How's he feeling?
He's doing good. I mean, like I said, I saw him on Friday. He's doing really good. He's gained only another 2 pounds.
Better than losing it.
It is. He was alert. He was bright. He was able to do some work for us that I will be talking about in a few minutes. But before I get into that, I want to address also Bob Backlund's retarded statements.
I'll just read the article.
That just came out the other day. Because, me and Big Dick are about to tear this motherfucker apart.
All right. So, WWE Hall of Famer and former WWF champion Bob Backlund has never been one to mince words. We'll set this up for you by saying Backlund recently spoke on two relevant topics. The Jimmy Snuka murder case and the ongoing sex tape and racial rant circus surrounding Hulk Hogan. Imagine Mr. Backlund as the Iron Sheik, but domestic and without any handlers.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
For Snuka, Backlund gave him props as a performer and whatever the opposite of props is for being a human being. In the ring, he was a genius. This is quoted from Backlund now. In the ring, he was a genius. But out of the ring, he was an embarrassment to society. I didn't know him outside of the ring at all. I just knew him in the ring.
Okay, how the fuck can you make that statement about someone and then turn around and say, but I never hung out with them?
He's a piece of shit outside the ring, but I've never hung out with him outside the ring.
So I'm just going to call him a piece of shit because I feel like it?
He's a piece of shit. I don't really know.
I don't know him, but he's a piece of shit.
But he's a piece of shit.
Now, this is also coming from a guy who's a fucking certified cuckoo bird.
Yeah, he's a little.
He is way out there.
Little.
That's nice, crazy man.
I didn't hang around and wasn't out there with him, but I know he was very good in the ring and as good as it gets. If he would have been a decent person, then he would have been WWF champion. But he didn't. Hold on. But he didn't have the qualifications and didn't meet the standards, or else he would have been. McMahon Sr. would have made him WWF champion if he would have been an honorable person. I didn't hang around the guys, and I didn't ride in the cars with them. I had an instance riding in a car with him in Georgia, and I never rode with him again. I don't know what was going on at all, and I didn't want to know. My business was wrestling, and I wanted to be ready to go in the ring and do my best, and I didn't have time to worry about what was going on behind the scenes, and I didn't want to know. See, here's the thing.
So how can he go on and make these statements, again, about someone he had never spent any quality time with? I'm sorry, Jimmy Snuka is probably one of the most kindest, gentlest, caring, loving, wonderful men I have ever met in my entire life.
But he's a piece of shit, right? I mean, I never hung out with him, but he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. I can make that assertion based on zero evidence because I'm crazy Bob Backlund and I walk 20 miles because walking's good for you. Okay?
There was times when...
That's a road story.
Back in the day, Gino Caruso wanted to book Bob Backlund for one of the shows that he was having. Bob Backlund made him answer questions about, obscure things about...
U.S. history.
Like, who was the...
Secretary of State for Woodrow Wilson's tenure.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, sir, never mind. And he didn't get him booked because he couldn't answer the questions. It's like, if you don't want the booking, just say I'm not interested. But
he's just crazy.
Wackadoodle.
He's
Whack
I think his cheese done slid off his cracker.
As the bra would say, he's a cuckoo bird. So
there's that. Oh, all right. So let's read about what he says about Hogan.
Okay, I'm interested. I didn't read down that.
You mean
far.
the pinnacle of wrestling itself, like
Hogan,
the king of wrestling, basically.
Essentially.
And you also have to remember that, we're talking about Jimmy and Hogan, two guys that early in the '80s really helped build
it.
The house of WWE, that empire.
Yeah.
It's their blood and their sweat and their backs that it's built on.
Vince's yacht should be called My Boy's Blood. That's what it is.
Okay. In regard to Hogan, Backlund says he had him figured out 3 decades ago and wouldn't cut ties with him immediately. I thought he didn't meet the standards, and I knew Bruno would have thought if I had been doing all that goofy stuff he was doing, he wouldn't have liked me being champion, and I'm sure that Bruno feels the same way. He didn't meet the standards outside the ring to be able to represent the WWF. Did the WWE fire him recently? Because I would have fired him 30 years ago. He was saying one thing and doing another. Are you high? Yeah, I'd like to get rid of the most popular wrestler that has ever been.
Yeah.
Literally ever been. And he wanted to get rid of him 30 years ago.
Hulkamania went for almost 20 years.
Yeah. And he wanted to get rid of him 30 years ago.
Sure, why not?
What planet does this man live on?
Because Backlund Mania is running wild.
Fucking Backlund. Dude, you dropped the title at a house show. Get out. In 8 seconds, alright?
Ooh.
To Diesel.
Oh.
You know,
Does it hurt? Does it hurt? Get some ointment for that sick burn.
you know what, you can say whatever you want about that. I mean, like, at the end of the day, he's like, I would have gotten rid of Hogan, and then you would have tanked your own fucking company. Hogan fucking made wrestling huge. And if you want to get rid of him, okay. I don't need Joe Montana on my team. I have Bob Billy.
Yeah. I've got Jim Bob the popcorn vendor. Okay.
Who needs Jerry Rice? Fuck that dude.
Yeah. I don't, like...
Wow.
What would... Okay, so 30 years ago. He said he would have gotten rid of him 30 years ago. So, in 1985.
Right before Hulkamania?
So, 10... 20... Yeah, 1985. Yeah. Right when Hulkamania was launching, like, getting really big.
When did Andre pass the torch?
Ooh, that was WrestleMania 3.
6, I want to say.
Yeah, that was WrestleMania 3, right? Yeah.
I think so.
Yes, it was WrestleMania 3.
I'm just trying to figure out what year.
Yeah.
So, right before his biggest moment,
mm-hmm.
I mean, at this point, even before him and Andre, it was, take your vitamins.
87,
okay.
Take care of yourself, the whole spiel. But,
85 was still huge. Yeah. He was still huge. He just because that was first WrestleMania.
WrestleMania 1.
Yeah.
So you want to take if you would have gotten rid of him when you wanted to get rid of him, Backlund, wrestling would probably be non-existent right now.
Like, we're looking at Bob Backlund as someone that we should be listening to. Why do we care what this ghoul thinks?
He fucking called him a ghoul.
It's kind of like Valentine's view on women in wrestling.
Why do we care what this ghoul thinks?
Like, I'm not gonna Backlund bash.
Look, dude, we're already there.
I'm not gonna try to Backlund bash, but I don't know. I can't remember the last relevant thing he did.
And maybe that's why he's coming out with such outlandish statements.
Like, you did a crossface chicken wing match with fucking Bret Hart. And you had one match with fucking Sheiky throwing in the towel. That's it.
He dropped the heavyweight title at a house show in 8 seconds. At the time, the quickest match in WWF history.
True.
Okay?
True.
Okay? That means Vince is like, you're crazy. No more. Here you go, Diesel. Now we're gone. And then after that, Bob Backlund was just gone.
Hey, well, he went like that's where he started doing the ape shit gimmick. He started huffing and puffing, and he was like, "Oh, it's time for me to do my match." Like, Bob, you just went out there.
No, I believe he really was that out there.
Well, I'm sure, but I mean, like, that's where it outwardly came out, where he was just fucking batshit loony.
Yeah, no, he dropped the title.
Yeah.
And then that was it. He was just gone.
No, he was around for.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, no, because that's when the batshit loony start. Because he walked. I remember this very vividly because they showed it on USA Wrestling or something like that. And look what happened at the house show, 8 seconds or whatever. And then fucking Backlund just gets up, puffs out his chest, and walks towards the light like he's just got his fucking message from God. And for the next like 3 months, he's talking about the plebeians, and I'm here to save you morons from your own inadequacies.
Oh yeah, okay.
So he was around for like a little bit, and then he ended up being a manager for like one of the sheiks that came in, and it was like they had nothing for him. Like I can't there's
because he's crazy.
I can do in my hand. I could count on my hand.
One hand.
If I take away 2 fingers, I can count the things that I can remember about Bob Backlund. He's crazy. There was a time, he lost to the Iron Sheik, threw in a towel, and he wrestled Bret Hart. That's about it.
See, I didn't even know that. All I knew was he dropped the title at a house show in 8 seconds to Diesel. That's all I remember about Bob Backlund. Other than, he was a classic wrestler. Okay? I understand that.
The All-American boy.
Yeah. He was a classic wrestler. But...
Motherfucker looked like Howdy Doody.
Motherfucker's crazy as fuck. All right, fuck this crazy guy. What else we got?
All right. As you know, for the last couple of months, we've been pushing the Jimmy's GoFundMe that was put up by his son. Well, disregard that GoFundMe. We will no longer be pushing that due to some information that we heard about him announcing. And by the way, this I was told was recorded. This conversation that he has pretty much turned his back on his father and does not support and will not support anything that's going on with him at this current time. So, with the blessings of Carol and Jimmy, we are starting a new GoFundMe, which we hope to launch by Wednesday or Thursday. We will be all money goes straight to Jimmy.
We don't touch a dime of it.
We don't touch a dime of it.
And this is for his medical costs.
Yes, this is straight up for his medical costs.
Yeah.
This is, I mean, Social Security only covers so much. He doesn't have insurance, and we're just trying to help them, cut back some of the amounting bills that are coming in for the stomach surgery and the later cost that's going to happen when he may have to go in for chemo and radiation, which they will find out tomorrow when he goes and sees his doctor.
So let me backtrack here because I'm not quick on the uptake. So are you saying that Deuce Snuka is not a trustable dude?
Nope, motherfucker still owes me $3,000, and I'll tell you, he's got the shittiest reputation in the fucking business.
You mean the guy who did not catch Undertaker?
Yeah, the guy the guy that killed Undertaker's career pretty much because Undertaker's only been able to work very limited since that time.
The guy
he doesn't jump the ropes no more. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You mean the guy who said "I'll catch you later"? That guy?
Oh, he caught him later. No, he really had to take care of that fake camera. So.
I think
props
they
are
named
important.
him. I think when they put him up there, they named him aptly Deuce.
He took a deuce when he tried to fight.
Oh
shit, the Undertaker's coming. Do you think he was part of the crowd? It was like, oh my god, this is so awesome. Wait, what's that? I was supposed to do something, right? Oh.
Oh yeah.
Well.
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later.
2 weeks later. He's on the independent circuit.
Yeah, so.
No, he's not. Because nobody books him. So.
Who wants to book Deuce?
Nobody. Because he's a fucking piece of shit.
No, I mean, who wants to book a guy named Deuce? I mean,
well,
first off,
piece of shit.
First off, they gave him if you remember his character on.
The greaser dude?
Who wants to book Deuce? I can't even.
He can't even work. He's afraid to bump.
He's not a draw.
No.
Yeah, he couldn't draw with a crayon.
No.
One of those big fat ones that you get in kindergarten.
Oh, I missed those big fat ones.
You had to hold with 2 fists. You just
draw in a circle.
Can't do it with a broken piece of chalk. No, nothing.
Anyway,
dude, he couldn't get heat if he fucking shot somebody in the ring. Just saying.
But apparently he showed up.
I'm sorry. Oh shit.
Just to show the level of scumbaggery that this guy is. He showed up at the house unannounced and proceeded to make a statement on the behalf of the Anoy and Johnson family that they are not supporting him, they do not back him, and do not look to them for any help. According to other family members of the Johnson and Anoy family, this is not the representation of the rest of the family, that Junior decided just to speak on his own behalf, as he seems to do with a lot of things when it comes to his father. I honestly believe that if Junior had his way, he'd have his father put away in a home and let him rot there. Because that's what a huge fucking jerk-off piece of shit he really is.
Kryim has a question.
I do have a question.
Yes.
So you're telling me that a person who's actually not blood related to the Anawahi family or the Johnson family.
Oh, you mean his adopted son?
Yeah, yeah. Jimmy's adopted son is the one who's speaking up and being the mouthpiece for both these wrestling legacy families. They chose him, that's not blood, to speak on their behalf.
Well, see, the thing is I don't know if that statement is actually true. I have read that he's adopted, and I've heard that he's blood. So I am going on record saying I do not know for sure if he is fully Jimmy's kid or not.
Well, I do know that.
I know
Tamina,
the girls are.
I know Tamina's fully Jimmy's kid, and
you
she's
can see
great
it.
in the ring.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you have Deuce, who's.
I mean, let's reel it in. But go ahead.
And then you have Deuce, who's I don't know, and he clearly is not. So, I will just say I'm going to go on a limb here and say that if he's not the consigliere for the Anawai family
Or the Johnson
or the
family.
Johnson family.
No.
I'm just going to say that.
No.
I'm going to wager that for the Johnson family, it's probably The Rock.
Right? Like,
It's probably Rock, right?
I mean, he's probably the mouthpiece for
It's
that.
probably The Rock.
Yeah, if he...
Okay? it's probably The Rock. Just throwing that out there.
If you were to pick...
Yeah.
You're going to pick a mouthpiece.
Yeah. It's probably...
Dwayne.
Right, that's probably the mouthpiece.
It's probably it.
You know, and then the Samoans, it could be any one of them.
No, but I'm just saying, for the Johnson side, it's probably The Rock.
So you're saying that Deuce is not the
No.
not the consigliere, the
No.
mouthpiece?
No, and yeah, according to the rest of it, no, he is not.
Okay, I just want to clear that up.
Anyway.
So hopefully within the next few days, it's pretty much all set to go. We're just waiting for a few more things to come through. There will be a lot of neat incentive packages to give money, starting at $10 and going up to $250.
Yeah, you really want to check these out, guys. There's some unique memorabilia in here.
There's a lot of stuff that these are one of a kinds, and we're not going to be able to get copies of, and there's only limited amounts of these, T-shirts and other things that we're giving away. We will also be contacting some of the boys and asking if they would like to put anything up for auction. I did talk to Big Sal E today, and he's willing to put in some memorabilia of his own.
Awesome.
From when he was with FBI and ECW. So
Nice.
Thank you, Sal E, for that. And
I'm sorry, it just popped into my head. Hold on, wait.
We're going back. What are we going back to? Anyway, let me just wrap that up. And yeah, so stay tuned. Go to the Facebook Support Jimmy Snuka group, and we also have a Twitter now called Support Snuka.
Yes.
So find us there, okay? And go ahead.
Yeah, so when you brought up the FBI, immediately I was thinking about fucking Guido being at Legends of Wrestling, and then that guy coming up to him is like, "Oh yeah, FBI and ECW." He's like, "Yeah," and Guido goes, "Yeah," and the guy just goes, "Man, that was so long ago," and just walked away from his table.
There are times where you just kind of like, I'm old.
Wow, what a Virgil moment! Like,
okay, yeah. So let me set this up for you, because what happened was I was going to walk to the bathroom.
I would have left.
We were doing it was the New England Fan Fest.
Yeah, it was Legends of Wrestling. Yeah.
No,
Oh wait, no,
it was New England Fan Fest.
You're right.
And I went to the bathroom, and I happened to be walking by Guido's table. And Guido's just sitting there, and the guy walks up. He's like, "Oh, yeah, the FBI." He's like, yeah, I was a member of the FBI and ECW. And the guy goes, "Oh, yeah. Man, that was a long time ago," and walks away. And Guido just kind of like he had like a half crushed look, and the other half was like, "Well, this is my fucking life."
Ronery.
No, actually, we were wrong.
But it was just it was soul crushing for me to hear that. And as I came back from the bathroom, the guy was having a conversation in front of his table. Like, his back was to him, and he was just having a conversation about something else in front of the Guido's table, and it's like, man,
that was long ago. Like, oh,
let me tell you, some fans can be just downright rude.
The thing is,
and not even realizing how rude they are.
Yeah, I don't think I don't think there was any malice intended there.
No,
it was
but
just
you don't turn your back and start having the conversation
after what you just said.
Yeah.
But you're also stopping people from getting to that person, you know.
According to that guy, nobody was coming anyway.
Fucking poor Guido. We love you, Guido.
Are you kidding me? Guido is
great. He's a fantastic
worked out
guy.
Actually, with him and his little ones.
Yeah, we worked out. Yeah, me and Cancer worked out with Guido and his kids.
Yeah,
and it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun in the ring.
And that shows a lot of trust that he had in you and Cancer to allow you to kind of get in there with his little ones and play wrestling with them for a little bit. I mean, I thought that was really, really cool.
What else we got?
I just wanted to do one more thing, backtrack a bit to the Jimmy Snuka case and all that other things. If you're really a true fan and you really, really support Snuka, do not give any support to the Morning Call newspaper out of Allentown, because they're the number one. They're the ones who basically broke this story and pushed for this to go to trial. They also have a habit of putting a lot of false information in their articles. They're very quick to print something that isn't true. The same with TMZ. Today's TMZ. Today TMZ actually quoted that if Jimmy were to be found guilty, he would spend 40 years in prison. That's a bunch of fucking bull. Because do you understand that third-degree murder is actually involuntary manslaughter? It's the same fucking thing.
To be fair, if you believe anything TMZ says straight out of their mouths, but you deserve to be lied to.
Right. But I just wanted to kind of... In New Jersey, there is no 40-year sentence for involuntary manslaughter. No. And even in that, he's not going to be found guilty.
This ain't Texas.
No.
Okay?
I mean... Hey, I just wanted to put that out there. Once again, we're pushing that Jap anniversary show.
So let me just run it down.
And Fat Frank Memorial Show.
Fat Frank Memorial Show, Saturday, November 14th. It's at the Rahway Rec Center, which is right on 275 East Milton Avenue.
My hometown.
Rahway, New Jersey. And
Class 88.
The pre-show autograph signing and the convention begins at 5:30, but bell time is until about 8 p.m. However, you want to get your tickets now because of what this card is all about.
They're having an autograph session at 5:30. The doors open at 5:30 for an autograph session with these guys.
Yeah, I'm
sorry. I'm having an Alzheimer's moment.
It's all right. Dante's a little tired. It's okay.
Sorry. It's been a long day.
Anyway, let me run down the matches. I'm going to run down the card real quick. All right, so the headliners right now, we got Rey Mysterio Jr. versus Low Ki, okay? If that doesn't get your ass in the seat, nothing will. We have MVP versus Monster Mac. We have the Hardy Boys, both of them, in the same house at the same time. They'll be tagging up. We have LAX reuniting. Mm-hmm. We have Joey and Candice and Chris Dickinson and Heidi Lovelace. And we got Joey Janela and... Is that Black Jesus? Is that what's supposed to be?
No, it's supposed to be Black Jesus.
Oh, okay. I thought I got cut off. Black Jesus? Okay. Okay, so Black Jesus. This is going to be a great card. It's a memorial in honor of Fat Frank, who was a great promoter.
He gave so many guys their break in this business.
He gave Kevin Owens his break.
So many guys.
Or one of Kevin Owens' breaks. He gave Seth Rollins one of his breaks, right?
It was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's first American matches on American soil.
Yeah.
They came from Canada, and the first time they wrestled in America was for Fat Frank.
Okay. Yeah, so he had a great eye for talent. But seriously, come out, have a great time. Tickets are on sale now. The general admission is $30.
Yeah.
The ringside seat is $35. But if I'm not mistaken, up to the fourth row is sold out now,
I believe fifth row has just sold out as well. So it's basically going to be $30 at the door. General admission now.
Yeah, so
I don't think they have any ringsides left.
Yeah, for those, I'm sorry, I'll give you a second, 1 sec, Kryim. For those that don't know, having 5 rows sold out already for an indie show is retarded. Especially
for the size of the rec center.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is ridiculous. There's going to be some people at the show. Go ahead, Kryim. I'm sorry.
We just went over the card, and Rey Mysterio and Low Ki alone worth $30. It's gonna be a match worth $30. Not only do you get that, but you get MVP, you get the Hardy Boys, you get LAX reuniting. And for those of you who don't know, LAX has Homicide in it, and Homicide got his start with fucking Frank.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And it's gonna be a very emotional show because Low Ki also got his start with fucking Frank.
Yeah.
Monster Mac got his start with fucking Frank.
There's going to be a lot of people coming out of the woodwork for this one. Even if they're not going to be booked on the show, I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of faces and names that people haven't
There's
seen.
only one name that I want to see, and it's the Southern Storm Chad Stevens. I don't know if he'll be there or not.
You wish.
Because I hear that's where he got his start.
I heard that's where he got his start.
He was trained there.
I did get my start with Jersey All Pro. Yes, I did. I will say that
maybe we still have.
I have the gear, but I probably won't get booked on the show.
Well, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be there with the podcast.
I mean, you have Rey Mysterio, Loki, LAX. You have MVP, Hardy Boys, and then you're gonna have Other Store, Chad Stevens, right? So I mean, it's just the same. It's the same. I got
same level.
Same
level.
Same level.
It's totally the same level.
Like, you guys heard of me, right?
Except for the whole same level part.
Yeah, everything.
Don't you know who I am?
No, I don't.
I'm the leader of the new Southern Nation.
Fucking only 2 people in this house know who I am.
Do you want me to come out? I'll put on my Confederate uniform. I'll walk you out.
This is gonna be weird if we do that because I'm not booked, right?
That's true.
Who and some random person
Well, you never
is
know.
coming to the ring?
Just a redneck.
Maybe they'll do a battle royal for all the extra guys that.
I'm saying bring your gear. That's what I'm saying.
Look, if you're a worker and you're just starting out, the number one thing and the number one rule is even if you're not booked, always bring your gear. So we'll be there for the podcast, but we will have our gear in case we're needed. I doubt we will be.
That's right. We will be there, won't we?
Yes.
Live and in color.
I'm hoping that we can maybe possibly figure out a way to stream it live. Not that we're going to show you any matches, but we will do commentary and keep you during the show.
Come up to us and hug Big Dick.
Don't hug.
You can actually rub his head for good luck.
Nope, don't do that either. But anyway.
And Kryim loves clowns.
I do not.
Yes, he sure does.
I don't.
If you want to,
he's a big fan. Dresses it and just come on over.
If you're a juggalo or a juggalette, just come over and say hi.
That's not true. That is.
So there you go.
I'll make you play with me, Crimmy.
Oh man, I can't wait. Just come up and nuzzle Big Dick. Just big old hug. And
when you say that, context matters. Okay. Context matters.
Oh my
just
god!
Come up and nuzzle Big Dick. That's all.
And with that,
I think that's the title of our show.
Found it.
Come nuzzle some Big Dick.
Come nuzzle Big Dick.
Anyway,
and with that,
we're gonna let you go, but we will talk to you.
Yo, wait, before we leave.
What?
Okay.
If we can do we gotta get something for you. Your own gimmick. Like maybe you can give somebody like mushroom print, like a sticker or something like that. I got mushroom print by Big Dick.
I'm Big Dick Gideon for
come on, now think about it. Think about it, I got mushroom printed by Big Dick, and all I got was this big shirt, like just mushroom printed by Big Dick. Like that could be like your stamp, right? We can get like a custom made stamp. It's just a mushroom, and you just like stamp people on the forehead. That could happen, right? Come on, dude, it writes itself. Dude, pay $5 and you get mushroom printed by Big Dick. $5, dude. We make bank. You have some really creepy motherfuckers too, right? Some that smell like tacos. Just like this guy smells like penis for no reason. Poof, right on the forehead. Okay. $5, please.
I'm gonna make sure I can find a stamp before we do the show. Oh my god!
Mushroom print by Big Dick.
Dude, you gotta be crying over here.
And
Big Dick approved. Big Dick approved, right?
I'm gonna make that happen.
For Kryim and for Dante,
happen.
I'm Big Dick Gideon.
You are.
We will see you all next week.
Mushroom
I gotta
print.
get out of here.
No, come on, mushroom print, dude.